Hey guys, I wanted to send a quick video, just refresher of what we are currently doing on Sunday mornings. Alright, so Sunday we're here. Let's say we have everything built in. That's great. We're normally kind of going through the songs. Um, so make sure you're clicking those songs, clicking that first slide as you go through the songs. If you do not click the first slide, none of the macro light things or whatever background things that need to happen are going to happen. So we always want to make sure we go to the first slide. So after the practice or sound check and stuff is done, we're rolling into pre-service prayer. So we click this slide to get the lights nice and bright in the room, as you can see in this little spot right here on the multi-view. And then we'll click the next slide, and then we'll go to the song that we are doing. I would say don't click this right here, so that way we can keep the slides nice and bright. Not the slides, the lights in the room. So let's say we're doing Until Now. We just go to this first slide and going through that. Because if you pick this slide, Pastor David's going to say, hey, can you make the lights brighter? So just press this initial one right here on the pre-service prayer, and that's going to bring the lights where we want it. And then we can go to the slides. All right, so after prayer is done, we'll just go back up here, keep it on the pre-service prayer screen, and then at 9:45, this is automatically going to start. So this is going to start, it's going to play music if you don't already have music playing, but you will normally have music playing already. You'll be playing the songs from our playlist, the pre-service breakthrough music. This is the song you always want to go to for the service during pre-service prayer. And then we are going to have this automatically start at 9:45, and it's going to go through the songs. We should be done with prayer by then. That's the time we're supposed to be done. Sometimes it goes a little over. This will automatically start regardless, or at least it should. And it'll be the same song that's playing, the breakthrough song, so it won't interrupt the flow at all. You'll just see the slides start working. And then, of course, we have the countdown start at 5 minutes till the service. And so we go through that, and once it is done, it will go to the next slide right here, get the lights in the sanctuary the right way. And then we'll go to the scripture. We click that first slide as they are calling out the scripture and go through the passage, and then we'll go here. And then again, make sure we're clicking that first slide, because if we don't, things won't format the right way. Let's say we are back up here, we're doing this, and then we click this, everything's going to be all messed up on that TV screen and the online screen. So we want to make sure we click that first box and go to the next one. Then everything will be flowing right. Doing the same with all the songs, clicking that first box. Always want to make sure we click that first box. And I would say, as a rule of thumb, after we're done the previous song, go to that next one. Maybe we go back into the song and do a slower version or something, but we want to make sure that we get this ready. Having this slide at the beginning will also help the singers, the worship leaders, see the next screen on the stage display. So they'll see the lyrics next. Sometimes if we're still up here on the final song and we haven't switched to this yet, then they don't see those words, and sometimes we just forget the words by accident. We know them, but it's in the back of our minds. We just need that little prompt. So it's very helpful. After we're done that song, go here. Going through the songs. And again, going through the songs, clicking that first slide. Going through the songs, clicking that first slide. And then we'll do the pastoral transition, and then we'll click that. And after the ministry time is done with that, then we're going to click this, and it's going to make the lights brighter. And they might say a few more things, but then eventually the announcement person will come up. So you'll click the announcement facilitator title slide, and we'll do that. And then just click that after a few seconds. And we still go ahead and press this, so that way you will have the little box on the screen here for those viewing TVs and online. They can still see the person on the stage. We always want to click this. I know that oftentimes the people will start talking about another slide down here, and you'll be tempted to just go to this slide. Don't do that. press this first, because if you don't, you're going to go to these slides and it's going to be a big box. Let's just say I'm right here, and now I've automatically gone here. You see that it's completely taken over the TV screen, so nobody out in the hallways can see the people. So always make sure you press this first slide no matter what, and then go to the next ones. This also makes it so the people on the stage see this screen right here, so they can actually see the slides they're talking about, so they don't have to look on the side of the screens next to them. They can see on the confidence monitor what the congregation is seeing as well. So again, press this slide, please, and thank you. And then, of course, we'll go to the video announcements there and let that roll. And once that's done, it's going to go to this next slide. And if we have a person preaching, we're going to press the first slide. And as this past Sunday, Pastor Dana was preaching, we'll press this slide. We'll go to this slide. We want to make sure that we click these slides in the right order, so that way the screens will format the right way. So if we don't, let's say we click this and we bypass and go over here, then it's going to have the little corner thing again. It's not the end of the world, but not what we want. We want to have the look that we've built. And then we'll go through that and all that good stuff. And then, of course, let's say this was not a live one and it was online or a live stream from Kempsville. We click this and it goes through all the things, and then it'll go to this box. Normally you'd see the screen go to the encoder or the decoder stuff, but I don't have that turned on right now, so you won't see it. But normally you do that. After the sermon is done, press this next slide right here. So that way it pauses it and switches things the way I need it to. And then we go to the end of service. We want to click this because it's going to make it so we see the screen again and see the people in person. We're either going to pray at the altars, or maybe we're going to a song. We still just want to make sure that we're pressing this. Or if we're doing a song, it's going to have the things that we'll need to switch things as well. So let's say we're up here and we've gotten over here. Let's say there's a song at the end. I'm just going back up here. We'll press this and it'll get the screens back up and the audio right again as well. But regardless, you still want to make sure you press this one here. So it pauses the audio and it pauses the video from the decoder to make things nice and smooth. And so back to here, we're on here, prayer at the altar at the end. After we're done with the service and they've done the benediction, then you can go to this slide. You want to make sure that you are on the right music. So earlier I talked about during pre-service prayer, we're on the pre-service music breakthrough. After pre-service prayer is done, which I didn't say a moment ago, sorry, you want to go to the pre-service upbeat songs. So then we got these songs that are a little bit more upbeat. At the end of service, we do not want to pray. We do not want to play the upbeat songs. We want to play the the prayer post-service music. That's the more calming, worshipful, prayer helpful music. So we want to make sure it's on here before we press this next slide, because this slide will trigger the music to start playing. So make sure before you do that you switch to the right playlist. And then this will do all the things that it does. And that is what we do every single Sunday in a nutshell, basically. Sometimes there's a few things different. Sometimes Pastor David goes into a different song that we don't have in here. And then you get to be the amazing people that you are and type in a song, oh, we're doing Build My Life. Put that in. And then we go up here and we start going through the song. I know sometimes the songs aren't formatted the way that I've built it. Obviously, when we do new ones, it's getting built to the right format. Sometimes it's a song that just isn't yet because we never do that song. So we're flexible. It's okay. But that's what we want to follow. The biggest thing from this video that you want to remember is to make sure you press those first boxes, because they do so much stuff in the background. And if you don't do it, then we miss out on a lot of things happening that need to happen. And then things will look clunky. Well, you guys are amazing. Thank you for all that you do.